Well, what a nightcap this could prove to be. The Niners and the Seahawks underway here in the Thanksgiving finale.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Now Lance.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll
run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Lance looking to throw it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became a long throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Lance now to throw. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
A little juke. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just a responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The Seahawks at 1-9 now on the year, and they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing as a bad idea? That's really true right here. They're searching for any idea, anything that can galvanize this team and find a victory and get them out of this losing spin.
Out quickly here to Smith-Njigba.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
Here's Smith.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
13 next.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Bryan Bresee, the man to bring him down. Well, this defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
We're scoreless after 1. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Hey, Tony. So what's up?
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
The running game's played a huge part of getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
Jackson Smith-Njigba.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Geno.
Left side, he finds Smith-Njigba.
Breaks the tackle, now an Allen. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
On third down, here's Walker.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll fake it. Now Smith.
That is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
On second down, it's Walker.
And he'll be brought down to about the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff should put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now Smith. Flush to his right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable for Lockett. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35.
13 yards remaining on second down.
Here's Smith.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. Oh, that is incomplete.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running left is Walker.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Walker.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Smith.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, them all the time, you're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The So many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing now is Lance.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Draymond Jones drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Hey, trio left.
Now it's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Look. 13 next. 53.
To throw is Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
And here comes Berrios.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. 2nd and a couple. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Working from the gun, Lance. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it, and he's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the first down.
Here we go.
First down, here's Mitchell. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, 49ers.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And I don't think he got there, no. Too short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Here's Moore. He will return it. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Outright to Smith and Jigba.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the counter, it's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Sunday.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Smith. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
Hey, we got Salon! Hey, trio left. Check 58.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Let's go now.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Chris Olave.
43 yards.
And the Niners will add to their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Moody good with the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Get in the end zone, fellas. Cover, cover. Hey, go flip her up, flip her up.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's 2nd down.
Check 59, check 59, cover, cover. 49, flip her up, 49.
Geno now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now Myers for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. On the counter, Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
The ball carrier. The tackle made by Dante Fowler. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Seahawks.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Wiggles free. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to widen their advantage. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Smith.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Jake Moody on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
One last throw here for Smith.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
Ready! Ours. Hold. Line. Middle. Line. There we go, sit up.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. So the victory here for San Francisco.
And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very